The 2020 Basketball Hall of Fame class is undoubtedly one of the most, if not the most, talented class of all time, because of course it is, since it's headlined by three all-time greats, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and the late Kobe Bryant. Those three changed the NBA forever and went down not only as three of the best players, but as three of the most unique personalities in the league, and that's the topic of today's video. A look at those personalities, starting with KG. I'm not going to talk about Garnett's stats, those are well documented and known, so let's go straight to the crazy stories and stick around until the end of the video for a compilation of some of KG's crazy moments. KG spent the first part of his legendary career in Minnesota, where he transformed the Timberwolves from a struggling new franchise to a playoff team, but to do so he had to give everything he got, since the Wolves didn't surround him with much talent. Every game, and especially a playoff game, was a war for KG, like Game 7 against the Kings in the second round of the 2004 playoffs, but the big ticket took that a little bit too seriously. Check this out. Game 7, man, this is it, this is all the marbles. I'm sitting in the house, I'm loading up the pump, I'm loading up the Uzi, I got a couple M16s, couple 9s, got a couple joints with some silencers on them, I'm just loading up clips, got a couple grenades, couple missile launchers with, you know, a couple missiles, I'm ready for war. The guy was loading up guns before an NBA game, he was truly a madman. Making the Band is a reality TV series focusing on a specific music art. No reason to be super pumped about it, right? No, if you're KG. Here is a Tyronn Lue story. A lot of people do their howling on the court and they are faking just for attention, but what he does is genuine. So one day we were at his house and we were watching Puff Daddy's show Making the Band, and in one of the scenes some new guys came in and were trying to sing and were trying to compete against the guys who had been there, and KG just got so hyped. Mother flipper, you've got to stand up for yours, you've got to fight, mother flipper, you've got to come together. He's going crazy, he's sweaty, and he just headbutts the wall and puts a hole in the wall of his house. Are you kidding me right now? The man headbutted the wall of his house over a TV series? Everything was a test for Garnett, it seems, and he expected others to see it that way too. The great thing is that he was like that the whole time, while on court, and towards everyone, even his fans. A rookie Joakim Noah, who idolized KG, learned that the hard way, according to Paul Pierce. I remember Noah looked up to KG, he was like, man, KG, I had your poster on my wall, I looked up to you, man, and then just said something like that, and was like, F you, Noah. I was like, whoa, this kid, fresh out of college, looks up to KG, just said he had his poster on the wall, and he tells him that, it crushed him, it crushed Noah. No one was safe from KG, especially a rookie. He entered the league during a tough era when nobody welcomed you, so he didn't welcome anybody to the league. We established that you shouldn't try to go with KG's waters because an F-bomb is on the way, and you should definitely allow him to practice all times, according to this next story. Garnett, forbidden to take the floor by his own coach, had concocted his revenge. He would track the movements of power forward Leon Powe, the player who had replaced him in the lineup. As Powe pivoted, so did Garnett. As Powe leaped to grab a defensive rebound, Garnett launched himself to corral an imaginary ball. As Powe snapped an outlet pass, Garnett mimicked the motion, then sprinted up his slim sliver of sideline real estate as Powe filled the lane on the break. The players were mirror images, one on the court with a full complement of teammates, the other out of bounds alone, two men engaged in a bizarre basketball tango. KG, Rivers barked, if you keep doing this, I'm cancelling practice for the whole team. That will hurt us. There is a reason why KG wanted to practice all the time. That's because practice leads not only to personal improvement, but to team chemistry as well. You can't speed chemistry up. The more you practice, the more you get familiar with each other. There is no hit the fast forward button here. You got Comcast, some show you can't fast forward through. You got to let it go through and watch the silly ass commercials and be pissed, right? That is what this is. Did I just take a shot at Comcast? F it, I did. So what? I'm a direct TV guy anyway. Anyway, look, this is what this is. I'm not helping myself, am I? F it. Anyway, that's what this is. We totally messed that up, right? But this is one of them things where it just takes its course and you can't speed anything up. Next question, please. Yeah, take that Comcast with your BS shows. And let's close this video out with some Cooking, I guess? Yeah, KD had something to say about cooking as well. If I was a Caesar salad, the croutons would be my friends, the lettuce would be my family, and the dressing itself would be my mom. Because you can have the lettuce and the croutons and it can be called a Caesar, but until you have the dressing and it actually tastes like a Caesar. Now, Cobb salad, that's a different story. If it was a Cobb salad, my wife is the lettuce. No, sorry, my daughter is the lettuce. My wife is the bacon strips. My friend Steve is the avocado. Cassell and Tyloo are each a grape tomato. Tom Gagliotta is the cheese and also the hard-boiled egg. And my childhood pets are the cheese. And my mom is the Caesar dressing. I ask for Caesar dressing on my Cobb salads. Man, this guy was so unique. The league really misses him and his batshit crazy attitude. He got all the skills in the world and all the personality in the world at the same time. Now that's something you can't teach. I'm going to headbutt the wall now. I've been Bill. Enjoy the compilation and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Only played 1 year of college ball in Arizona. He's just 20 years old. And it's back to 11.
Even if you look at Bayless, there's a guy that probably believes he should be in a rotation, probably thinks he should be starting, but waiting for his moment, and this is the result of it.
Wow, Rondo again, gorgeous feed. Perkins in double figures, all 5 starters in double figures for the Celtics.
Did you just see Kevin Garnett crawl at Jared Bayless?
I've never seen it
right back.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
He's been giving point guards the business. He was after Calderon here a couple weeks ago, too.
Yep. He talks as much as anybody in the league. Rondo to the basket. Ray Allen for three.
That 25-point lead down to 16 now, and two guys who have been outstanding. Lopez and Plumlee combined 15 of 17 from the floor. Neither one in the game right now as Fry shoots the air ball. Just couldn't get it up over the top of Garnett.
Phenomenal defense from KG as Fry did not get a clean look.
Hibbert gets the wall, doesn't he? Could not go by that play. And Hibbert is one big old guy, and he showed it just then. It's going to be his second foul on Kevin Garnett. Garnett playing in the second half of this back-to-back. And now David West throws a little shove to Garnett and gets in his face. And a technical foul is called. You can see David West saying, "I will not put up with that." Choice words. And West gets hit with the tee. So Jarrett Jack will get a chance to add one at the line. David West is a tough guy, too.
He sure is. He sure is. I don't want a piece of him. Who's Jack? 10 of 10 yesterday?
Yep.
I waited until that ball was in the air.
Didn't want to jinx.
Okay, so here's Garnett pulling back West.
Oh, he pulled a Lance Stevenson. David West knows all too well about people in Pacers jerseys blowing in ears.
Exactly.
To that first period. Once again, lob it into Garnett. Haslam got a piece of it, then blocks, but a foul. As Garnett goes down hard. Haslam thought he blocked it clean. He thinks he blocked it clean. The Celtics want a flagrant foul, and we're going to have a timeout. Garnett's doing the push-ups. I guess he's okay, Jeff.
He was doing it not on his hands, on his knuckles.
One of the all-time competitors in NBA.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.